Yoshi's story. So we're gonna go right into it. So we have blue is gonna be MoF and Schmang. Schmang being the fox, MoF is the ice climbers. And then in red we have Lunes and Icefire. So far, MoF has lost Nana. I feel like that's probably not nearly as big of a deal in doubles. I mean, it's definitely like the biggest thing with ice climbers is getting rid of Nana in singles, but I think in doubles, I mean, you have Nana's like a third person, but I feel like you could do a lot more with doubles. It seems like it get confusing playing with both climbers when there's so much going on. I actually feel like I don't see the only team I ever really saw of ice climbers was when HBox and Chu would team. And that was like one of the main teams I remember being really good with ice skates.
That is a disgusting combination of players.
Yeah, they used to team a lot because they were both liquid and they were like.
Yeah. I figured like, that would be why they would do that.
Randomly, Chu got top 10 in like 2018. And
yeah, I remember that.
Really good. They were a really good team.
And then that's when everybody started being like, "Oh, let's ban the ice climbers." Yeah.
No, it wasn't even then yet. It was more after. No, like the people who were like the best ice climbers when we started banning it was what's his name? Army and Bananas were like the two best.
Big Bananas?
Chudat was kind of already out of the picture by that point.
Yeah, but I remember that there was that one. Was it Royal Flush? No, Mango won Royal Flush. Yeah. What was the other tournament at the hotel? And I mean, they were all at hotels. But there was the one where the final was just Chudat and HBox and Chudat maybe it was DreamHack.
DreamHack, yeah. Yeah, Chudat beat. It was like one of the. I think it was DreamHack Austin. Chudat beat BT King and Mango. It was grand finals versus HBox, and it was like the longest set of all time.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember watching that and just being like, okay, this is a thing that's happening.
So what is even happening? I don't really pay attention to the set. So we have pretty even stocks. 3 stocks for each team. Lunes goes for a rest. Icefire's there to grab and throw Schmang away, but he does get some laser damage. I'm gonna drop a stock there. Takes a stock right as Schmang gets edge guarded. It's gonna be. This seems awful. Ice climbers in a 2v1 does not seem like a thing that's gonna work very well. I guess it's a 2v2 technically, so he doesn't even try there. Let's make sure they do a best of 5. They probably are, right? Yeah. Alright. Pretty sure every set on stream has had Lunes and Icefire.
You know what they say, 90% of the job is showing up, right? So if they're the only ones sending it, then, you know.
Yeah, exactly. They're the only ones who are consistently streaming to me. It sucks because I know Schmang tried to for Winners Finals, but then he forgot to restart it. So they're going to FD. I think they have to wait 1 second. Oh, there's so much waiting tonight. What time is it? It's already 10. I think it's only been like 2 hours.
Damn, James is still in gamer prison.
It's been imprisoned. So we go. Someone gets arrested. Don't know who, but they did not die from it because everyone was in the same spot. Just throwing out moves. So far, they pick FD. I think that's pretty good. I mean, considering it's going to be Ice Climber's best stage in both of these matchups. And it's like Fox is good anywhere. So. make that recovery.
They don't call him Schlipper and Schmang for nothing.
It's true. He is good with recoveries. Can rarely edge guard. Alright, so everyone tied up at 3 stocks. I'll try to pay more attention now. I'm kind of like not. There's so much going on now that there's 5 characters on the screen with Ice. It's confusing. So MoF's just getting edge guarded over there by Lunes, but ends up going really high and making it back. It's a good job edge guarding, and then gets the up throw up air on Puff, so he's gonna be able to take them up to a 2-stock lead, 6 stocks to 4 for Schmang and MoF. Let's see. Schmang with a good jump to the ledge to avoid getting fared. So I think Icefire, Icefire is pretty good versus Ices. He beat AFM bot in CEO Dreamland, so I think he'll have a pretty good time. He won't have like the most difficult time taking out MoF. He's not someone who's like terrible versus Ice Climbers, like a lot of people.
Entirely ignorant to the matchup.
Yeah, like I think he played a lot with Evan.
Back when Evan was an Ice Climbers man.
Yeah, I think he's just kind of. I think the way he plays works pretty well versus ICs because he sometimes he takes his time getting in, and he also is pretty good at mixing up between like. I think he goes aggressive sometimes, but then he also is pretty good at slowing it down, taking his time going in. Especially right now, like this edge guard's like. Yeah, he takes out Nana in the edge guard, and then has to kind of back up to avoid. Schmang, but he was pretty consistent just with the way he was hitting the Ice Climbers off. MoF unable to, as solo Ice Climbers, save his teammate, which makes sense. I mean, there's really not much to do there when both of them are in the way.
I feel like Ice Climbers players would have like somewhat of an advantage of that because they're used to having to save Nana, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it was just
in terms of just the mindset required.
In the way instead of and the thing with saving Nana is like all you have to do is press up B.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different, but it is.
Yeah,
like,
but you got to be on the lookout for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So Schmang and MoF take that game. We'll go 1-1. This is gonna be a best of 5, so we'll see. No beds. Oh, really gonna go next. Wow, I'm exhausted right now. They're going Dreamland. So I mean, I don't think Dreamland. Oh, MoF has Fox. I was not expecting this. I know MoF's. I think that's usually like his second best character. I've seen him play Fox a few times. That's not. I mean, I guess maybe it's on Dreamland, but I think double Fox has the advantage on the stage. I think Puff in teams, Dreamland is not nearly as good as it is in singles. Like I've said this multiple times as streamer, it's just Puff has a lot more ground to cover if she's trying to get in and help her teammate out. So just being so slow and having all the space to like, if you just keep hitting her away, if you just hit her away, it's gonna take so long for her to get back and be able to help her teammate anyway. But it's still pretty even here. So this up to 7. Oh boy, I don't know which Fox is which, but they're just getting. Oh, they're getting a nice combo here. And Lunes can help them continue it, but also gets the edge guard. The lighter Fox, I think. I have to pay attention to how they play. I think the lighter Fox is. Is it the lighter Fox is Schmang? I can't really tell about that. No, maybe it's not. I really couldn't tell you. That's fine. If it was singles, I'd be able to tell you, but in doubles, there's just so much happening. Good up smash. But it doesn't take the stock. Yeah, that's, I guess, I mean, still Puff has the advantage of not dying because early on the stage.
But as you said, it takes them forever to get back, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so like, especially if you get hit with that up smash, you have to spend all that time getting back down. And so they can, the other team can just take their time messing with the lone player on the stage. Now, blue team has both of the red team members off stage. I should have started referring to this blue team because. Let's go back. See, just barely misses that edge guard, but Icefire's able to pick it up. One of the blue foxes just jumps right off, but doesn't end up being a problem. He's able to make it back. Very close game still. 4 stocks to 3, and the lighter fox is already all the way at 80%. So yeah, solid back airs from Lunes. Gonna be able to take the or an F smash like that. Takes that in stock, so brings it back to even. Carrying the foxes off stage, but no clean edge guards, no full edge guards yet. That down smash from Icefire will take one more, and that's what's all of a sudden red team is at an advantage now. They're able to take advantage at the end like with up smash. Now they bring it, it looks, I mean it's last stock for all players. He's kind of just hanging out back airing the stage, doesn't really want to give up the center stage. Letting Icefire kind of scrap, which is not even going too poorly, so it's not the worst thing to just not be losing the stock, especially when she's at 103%. Just kind of hanging out and back airing the back, so you can't hit her, and yeah, she's just hanging up at him. She's kind of, the problem with that is, again, like, how is she going to help out her teammate if he's off stage and she's all the way on the other side of the map? It hasn't been working out too badly.
I think it might even be in a future strategy for them would be you have Puff on Dreamland be the stock tank and the other guy go in and
yeah,
essentially use that.
Like, you have to 2v1 in that situation. Lune's just not, no one's giving anyone anything right now. I mean, both of the foxes are at high percent. Lune's also at high percent in a 2v1 here. They get a double back air to kill. Both of them just kind of putting out the back air to try and take that. Oh, I still have MoF's ices on there. Whatever, it's fine. Take it back to Dreamland. I don't agree with it. I think Dreamland, again, like the cons of it kind of outweigh the strengths for them. But it was still like extremely close, so maybe it was just kind of a couple small errors that they figured out, and they kind of know what to be fixed. But again, I mean, I think most of the time when you lose on a stage, you might as well try something else. Especially, they haven't picked Yoshi's in a while, and they did really well the one time I saw them play on Yoshi's. Like, it feels like
maybe they're just more comfortable on Dreamland, you know?
Yeah, but I think like Puff is really good on Yoshi's in teams just because it's the close quarters lets her get like again get in and also like get rest being so close to each other. She hasn't got, I don't think she's really hit any rest in these Dreamland games yet. Like some solid edge guards there, but no rest, which is like one of the biggest strengths of Puff in teams is that you can
The
rest.
downsides of rest are negated.
Yeah, exactly. You don't get punished even if you miss it. As long as your teammate's around to
You think there'd be like a viability in just like machine gun resting? Just like every chance you get, just throwing it out there and seeing what happens?
I think it depends on the team. Like I remember when HBox and Axe teamed, HBox was just able to throw out rest all the time because Pikachu was just able to nair in anywhere and just sit like and save it. But
Yeah, it's also HBox, so
yeah. but it's just like that type of team composition, like Puff and Pikachu can do that a lot because I think just any character, like maybe Falcon would even be good with that because Falcon can get in quickly and just do like a nair or something.
If you have Falco, you have the lasers too,
That
which
too,
is
yeah. I didn't even think about that. Falcon lasers, Cheek Needles. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of situations in which you can like, as long as you're prepared for it. Lunes does get that up their rest though. So that takes the blue team down to their last stock, so I guess the Streamline pick worked out for the second game. So far, it's not looking too great for blue team. I'm getting edge guarded. Almost cleans it up, but good spot dodge to avoid that F smash. Whenever the Light Fox is kind of just standing in the corner, I mean, they're at 135. They don't want to die right now. They're just doing everything they can to stay alive. Just make it that tiny bit harder than the 2v1 would be. Yes, yeah, exactly. Oh. He's trying so hard to stay alive and then ends up getting back here by his teammate. So 3 stocks to 1. I think Schmang is still one alive. That's what it looks like. Maybe I'm wrong.
if Schmang's the one alive, I think he's got a chance. He's a 2v1 god.
Yeah, I think he would have a chance. I don't know. I mean, MoF, if he was Icy, that's like maybe. Icy's are kind of bad 2v1. But being that MoF doesn't play Fox, really. Alright, takes 1. So this is looking a bit better for Schmang. 2 stocks to 1. Still at high percent. I think that's gonna do it. Okay, so this is. Oh wait, this is game 5. I just realized. I thought it was I thought that was over, but no, we got one more game here. Okay. FD? No. I think picking stages seems like it's weird in this. I don't know how. It seems like sometimes I get it and sometimes I don't. Okay. So we got a Pokemon already when Schmang loses the stock. Just a Shine Spike from Icefire. MoF goes back to Ice Climbers. Probably the move, at least on this stage. It seemed like Dreamland was probably just him not wanting to go Ice Climbers, which, I mean, makes sense. Especially with the puff on the screen. I think any other matchup, I would be a little more confused about it, but being that there's a puff on the screen, I think Dreamland might not be good for the nicest player. Schmang already down 2 stocks. I mean, the first one was just super unfortunate, like instant Shine Spike. Icefire up airs his teammate, so he up airs his teammate and then is able to up smash his climbers. So I guess you call that a good trade. Not that there's any reason he needed to full hop up air at all.
Flex on him. That's what it's all about.
Flex on, I'd be like, yeah, I can kill my teammate still. But Schmang off stage again somehow. Oh god, he's just ending up off stage in like the worst situations. Doesn't even look like he's doing anything like really poorly to end up there. It just keeps happening. Again, so Icefire gets another up smash that kills his teammate and Ice Climbers.
Oh, and he's out.
So both of the blue team already down to their last dog. Schmang kind of looks like he's cleaning it up, and I see the way he's moving. It's a lot cleaner than it was earlier this game. MoF just... Yeah, MoF sitting in light shielding, not trying to give anything away. Just so many things, they're all just getting beat up.
Yo, Bill, I'm gonna hang with Andrew in the other chat. I'll see ya.
Sure, go for it. See ya. Okay, one more stock for... Someone's shield gets broken? Icefire shields get broken? And once again leaves Schmang in a 2v1 situation that he cannot finish. Pretty unfortunate game for Schmang and MoF. It really didn't look like